The way it finished up overall is Levi Kitchen. Levi Kitchen did a 3-1, total 45 points on the day. Tom Vial, a 2-3, a total of 42 points on the day. We'll start out with Levi. Levi, you've been on a streak. You've been on that. You've gotten a #1 moto several times here over the past several weeks. Things are starting to click together for you.
Yeah, for sure. Last 2 weeks have been really good. And yeah, I think it was just nice to have that break for a few weeks for me and reset. And yeah, the goal was just to at least be in the conversation. Obviously, Hayden pretty much smoked me. But, going into next year, I want them to know I'm here to play. So, yeah, and SMX. I think SMX will be pretty fun too.
Yeah, we're not done yet. We've got one more to go outdoors, and then we head into SMX where there's great opportunity for everyone where we reset the deck just a bit. Levi, let's continue about today. Budds Creek Racetrack, is it one of your favorites? Obviously, you did well here. Tell us about this racetrack and how you prepare for this racetrack.
Man, I didn't know what to do because I think my best result here is like a 14th coming up to this weekend. So I knew I needed to get a start. This start's really important, and yeah, that was my preparation. Was just make sure I nail my start, and I did that.
Big crowd here today, a very vocal crowd. Could you hear him? Does that give you energy?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I could definitely hear some horns. There was actually one in the back that like pretty much almost scared me into crashing. I don't even know what it was, but yeah, the fans are good.
Southern Maryland fans are pretty rocking for sure. Levi Kitchen, everyone. Tom Vial, welcome back. Tom, for you today, it was a 2-3, very consistent day on your KTM. Tell us about your day.
Yeah, I had actually my start wasn't that good today. I think I start both moto outside of top 10, and like Levi said, the start is really important. And it's pretty tough to pass on this track, so I was kind of struggling. I had a really good pace second moto, but I couldn't really catch Hymas and Levi in front. So yeah, a little bit frustrating about the start. Second moto was feeling really good all day on the track, but now it was nice to be on the podium, second overall today, and we have one more race to go.
We do have one more to go, and it's very important to you guys because you two are still battling.
Yeah, we are still pretty close in the championships. I think we can. I mean, either way, we can finish third or second. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Of course, my goal is to finish strong the last race of the season before heading to the SMX.
SMX. Very good. Very good. Any questions from the group?
Mitch Kendra, Racer X. Levi, I think last week you talked about fishing before the race. This week you talked about getting sick. You ended up winning both of them. Next week, are you going to get sick and then fish so you can just take that one as well? Or
Man, I hope I feel not sick, so I can ride at least a little bit this week. But no, I'll definitely do some fishing probably. It's going to be hot in Florida though, so yeah, I'll have to wear my sunscreen.
and obviously it's been an up and down season for you. Do you feel like you still learned a lot? Even if you weren't able to get this championship.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, going back, I think the biggest thing, I started out pretty good at Paula, and I learned to not really chase a certain feeling with the bike because after Hangtown, I went the wrong way, and it kind of screwed me. So, yeah, I think next year now I have I should be about the same size. I would think I'm done growing, so I'll just kind of stick with my setup for next year and stick with that. I think I'll be better off.
And then have you done any SMX testing yet?
I haven't. I mean, I hope to ride some Supercross this week.
And then Tom, kind of same question for you. You didn't have any wins this year. Do you still feel like you got better in your second year racing the full time here in the U.S.?
Yeah, I know that kind of pissed me off. Like, I didn't win any outdoor. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, I had a few crashes, and I feel like I could have won a few races, but I just didn't make it happen. And we still have one more chance next weekend. But yeah, like I kind of struggled a little bit beginning of the year with the bike setup, and I feel like now the last few races I didn't change much, and yeah, it's gonna be nice for next year. Hopefully, I can start with the same setting and be ready actually by the first outdoor race. That's kind of the goal. Yeah. I'm pretty excited to race SMX. I feel great. I'm gonna ride. I don't know, maybe this next week or the week after. I don't really know yet, but it's gonna be nice to three races to go. Those races are always pretty fun, I think.
And then for both of you guys, I think you guys trained together down in Florida. What's that training like during the week? I think you're riding with Sexton as well. Just what's that training like during the week, and then how do you guys ramp that intensity up and then bring it here? And kind of what's your relationship like throughout the week?
Yeah, no, we trained actually last winter, the whole winter together, so that was really cool. And Levi is in Sandbox, and me and Chase are training often at Baker's. We can actually move a little bit, but we don't often ride together. Sometimes it depends a little bit with the race between the weeks, but yeah, no, it's pretty fun to ride together. Sometimes it's always good.
Keep the microphone for a moment, Tom. Dan Beaver, NBC Sports. So, as you said, there's still 1 week to win a moto. What is more important next week, winning the moto or keeping your momentum alive going into Super Motocross?
No, I mean both is important. Keeping the momentum for the SMX, of course, and like I said, I have one more chance to win a race next weekend, so that's gonna be the goal. Yeah.
And second place finishes, it looks like at Washougal and Butts Creek. You're on a roll. Did you find anything a couple of weeks back, or it's just the culmination of hard work?
No, today the speed and the riding was good. I just need to figure it out with my start a little bit better, and so at least I can fight up in front for the win. I couldn't really. I was coming back off Moto from like outside of the top 10, so it was pretty tough to fight with Levi up front.
And Levi, 3 wins now in the last 4 motos. You've got the ability to really bring the momentum into Super Motocross. So, kind of the same question: is that momentum really important going into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it is for sure. I think the biggest thing, just we're all pretty good right now and fast, and I think my starts are back to being pretty good like they were in Supercross. So that's everything. Like Tom was saying, with us, all being kind of close, you can't really start too far back, especially these last couple tracks with how rutted they are. So yeah, that's mainly what I feel like could be an advantage going into SMX.
And Hayden, congratulations. You had a mixed bag there a little bit. You dominated so greatly in the first moto, and then got the bad start in Moto 2. Was there a time in Moto 2 where it's just like, okay, I just need to appreciate what I've got and settle in, or were you just still balls to the wall, a little frustrated that you were back where you were?
Yeah, I got obviously a bad start, and then it's crazy back there in 12th with my teammates. It's a straight war, so it's like I was quite stuck. And then I ended up getting around him, and where I was at, I was pretty deep still, so I was like, I'm just gonna honestly, I just want to hold the title up on the podium. That's all I was looking forward to. So I wasn't risking it that moto. Honestly, I was just out there having fun. So after I got around my teammate for 15 minutes of blockage, then we're good.
Jim Kimball with Motocross Action for Tom Bial. Tom, maybe you didn't win the overall today, but were so impressive coming from poor starts. Can you go away from this race happy that you were so aggressive and strong physically?
Yeah, the riding and the speed was actually pretty good. I think late second moto I was at the fastest. I tried to catch the leader, but I was a little too far, and I really ended up close to Hymas, but I couldn't really pass him in the last few laps. I think the speed was good today. I just need to fix my start for next weekend.
Levi, one thing I wanted to ask you is, obviously you switched teams last fall. You've had such a solid Supercross, a solid outdoors. SMX is coming. You won't have a team change. Do you feel you're going to be in a really good position for next year?
Yeah, for sure. The main goal for all of us 250 riders is just set yourself up for a good career and going on to the 450. So, I'm just trying to do my best to get an opportunity with a 450 team. And the goal is to obviously is to be on one of those in a couple of years. So, yeah, that's what always kind of motivates me.
Hayden, congratulations on your championship. This could be a dumb question, but you won the Super Motocross Championship. Now you won the Outdoor Championship. Obviously, they're quite different. What's your gut feeling on what's more impressive to you?
I'd say the outdoor. I mean, this is I'm going against every guy. There's Supercross, East Coast and West Coast combined. So it's definitely challenging. Lots of rounds, lots of motos, heat, 35-minute motos. So MX is definitely more challenging, I'd say. I mean, SMX, it's you still get that nice aspect of in the stadium and some shorter motos. So MX is definitely quite a bit harder, though.
Are there any more questions for Levi or Tom? I know Tom has a flight to catch. We were going to release them and keep Hayden here for a bit. Any questions for Levi or Tom Biao? Gentlemen, thank you. We look forward to seeing you next week. Hayden, we'll move you over to the center of the table and celebrate with you. And so, folks, it is a great pleasure that I get to introduce to you the 2024 250cc Outdoor Motocross Champion. He had 6 hole shots this year. You led 99 laps, 9 moto wins, and 5 overalls with 445 points. Hayden Deegan. Hayden, we're glad you could join us. We know that the celebration is still going on back at the truck, but we're glad you were able to come over. Congratulations, Hayden. Do you have any remarks for us?
No, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. It's definitely it's been a long season, a lot of work. This MX title is nothing but easy, man. I had to put a lot of work in to get this position. A lot of work from the team, my family, the support from the fans motivating me, the non-supporters, motivating me, and just everyone, honestly, just huge aspect to get me to this point.
Hayden, today, you knew you could clinch it today. You had to go out there and perform. Moto number 1 you nailed it. Congratulations. Then Moto number 2, it looks to me like you took a deep breath and sort of soaked it all in, and now you get ready for SMX.
Yeah, 100%. I just wanted to make a statement in that first moto. That's all I cared about. I was just like, I want to go and see how far I can get a lead. And I got it up to like 25 seconds on point. And then fell, obviously, dumb mistake. Went into neutral, trying to gain more time. But it is what it is. I think I kind of made a statement in that first moto. And then second moto was kind of buried on the start. And then I was just like, literally the only thing I could think about was holding that title up now that I won the championship. So it was kind of hard to race and think about that at the same time. But now that's passed, so we got the championship, and then obviously next weekend get to race Ken Rocks, and so I look forward to that.
That's awesome. Any questions for you guys? Mitch?
Mitch Kendrith, Racer X. Congrats on the championship, Hayden. Obviously, you had an incredible start to the season, and then you kind of rolled with that momentum. Heading into this final round, are you going to change your approach at all, knowing that you are the defending SMX champion?
I mean, I'd say, it's time to get on some Supercross hybrid tracks and start getting prepped for the SMX title since I got the Pro Motocross title now. So, there's still money to be made and a win to add to the books at the last round. So, obviously I'm going to try my best to do that. But, yeah, definitely time to start working towards defending my SMX title.
And obviously you won the championship last year in SMX. Do you feel like you're going to have to do a lot of testing, or do you feel like you left it in such a good spot, at the finale that was pretty Supercross based?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be something here and there we could try, but as of now, just go to what we started on last year. These bikes handle a little bit different compared to my old bikes, so I'm sure there's some things we have to tweak, but nothing crazy.
And obviously, we knew you had the wrist injury. I think it was in the off season ahead of Supercross. Obviously, you still want to get a championship at some point. Did you think that this championship was going to be out of reach? And can you just walk us through that injury in the off season a little bit?
Yeah, Supercross, it was a little unfortunate. I ended up breaking my wrist literally freaking like 4 weeks before the first round, and I had to get it fixed, obviously, and I got a ride like maybe 1 week or whatever before the first round. So honestly, to win the second round after crashing the first round too, to win that second round, that was unreal. I was like, I can't believe I did that, because I mean, I don't have much training under my belt at all. So for how the Supercross season played out, getting some wins, more experience, I feel like I won Salt Lake, so that was huge for me. It slowly got better. Obviously, we weren't where we wanted to be coming into Supercross, but I obviously showed my true potential in outdoors.
And then last one, have you had any talks with the Team USA for Motocross Nations? Do you kind of know what's to expect there yet, or are you still working towards something?
Honestly, I haven't got talked too much about it. I mean, there's really nothing yet. I haven't got talked to it about it, and it's kind of up to the team to let me know what the deal is.
And one more for Hayden. Last year, I think it was 3-3-1 in the Super Motocross playoffs. The best race was Los Angeles, which was the most supercrossy of them. But now you've got all of this momentum, the championship from motocross. Where's your confidence level this year versus coming into ZMAX last year?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have a lot more confidence. Coming in last year, I mean, there was obviously I was racing some fast dudes as well last year, so it was honestly, it was like I want to win the championship, but it's going to be really, really hard. So, and I ended up winning, which was super cool. But I feel like this year, I mean, besides SMX, of like outdoors and everything, I feel like I just had a lot more confidence. I've matured, gotten faster, and I mean, just after Fox going 1-1, I was like, damn, man, we have put in the work.
Nice. Congrats.
Thanks.
Jim Kimball, Motocross Action. Hayden, one thing when I kind of see your name in print or whatever, I also see 450. So I guess my question is, you've done so well, so quickly on a 250. Do you see any idea to kind of fast track your career into a 450 ride sooner than most might do?
No, not as of now. I mean, just do that. I mean, I still got to win a Supercross title. That's still on the goal list. I got to knock one of those off, and then you have your year to defend. So, as of now, my goal is just to try and get that 250 title so I can move up to the 450, because I'm not going to move up 450 without a Supercross title. So, we got to get those goals knocked off first of winning some 250 titles, more of them.
All right, I gotta ask you. I think it was last weekend you threw a huge whip towards the end of one of the motos. I can't remember. I think it was first moto, and then obviously first moto today. You get the whole shot. You throw the huge whip over the finish line. Like, what's going through your mind? Are you just like pumped to get out front? Like, just walk us through why are you throwing these huge whips during the race?
I don't know. Whenever I'm in the lead, I'm just in like a natural habitat. I feel loose. Like especially, and people can watch me at the farm. Like I'll be mid-30 and I'll just crank a fat one off the tabletop. So I think it's natural. I just like whipping. It makes it fun. Keeps me loose out there. I'm not all serious, straight jumping everything. So the whips are just natural. They're just kind of habitat.
Are there any other questions for our new champion, Hayden Deegan? Very good. Hayden, congratulations. We'll see you in a week.
Thanks.